Hello everyone, welcome back to Paul's Messy Bench Models. This is going to be a short update on my progress in the All MOPAR Group Build, which fortunately doesn't have a specific end date, because this is going to take a while. Oh, hope you're all staying safe from Corona. I feel a little congested this morning, so it might be in your best interest to hold your breath for the duration of this video, just in case. I'll try to keep it short though, don't worry. So, I've been working on the 41 Plymouth, and in my last video I showed you my technique for getting the hood to fit, and while I consider the technique experiment a success, in this particular case, I gave up on it. As you can see, the dark areas where the super glue is, I got it to fit, but as I was sanding and working the body and mating it to the chassis, there was just so much stuff interfering with each other that in attaching the body to the chassis, the shape of things just kept changing, and the gaps would open up and close depending on how I was adjusting things. So, in order to preserve my sanity, I made the decision to go curbside. The hood is now glued on. So, life is short. We never know how short. So I've decided to stop fiddling with that and just glue it on and make progress some other way. It's going to save me some work. As you can see, the fit of the inner fenders to the firewall is not great, and in putting the radiator in, there's a gap on one side and not the other. So it's just going to be easier this way. I hope no one's disappointed that I'm not going to put a lot of work into the engine after this. Did some putty work on the front, and I stripped the chrome to help me test fit the chrome insert grill there. For stripping chrome, I've been using a product called Citrus Strip. It's not as stinky. It doesn't work as fast as things like drain cleaner or oven cleaner, but it does a good job if you just let it soak overnight, and it seems to remove the yellow crusty primer that some other chrome stripping stuff doesn't remove. It's really goopy and slimy, and you have to really kind of scrub it off under running water, but it does a good job. I wouldn't assume that just because it doesn't stink that it's safe, so I would still use it in a well-ventilated area or outside. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that this build is going to take a while, and so I don't get burnt out on it, I'm going to be working on some other stuff. I have started a Wingnut Wings Albatross D5, which is kind of cool. It's got a scary skull and crossbones on it and everything. I haven't got much progress besides just starting to build the interior. It's kind of fun doing that wood grain effect with oil paint on top of acrylic paint. And since I really enjoy making things more complex and time-consuming than necessary, I've started scratch building a propeller. Nothing wrong with the propeller you get in the kit. It's fine, nothing wrong. But a lot of these World War I German propellers were made up of contrasting laminations of different colored wood, and it's very difficult to simulate that with paint because you have to have a gentle curve on one side, and looking from the other side you have to have absolutely dead straight lines. And I've seen people come really close to simulating that with paint, and there are aftermarket wooden propellers that you can buy, and I've tried making propellers out of wood, but in my opinion the grain of the wood just looks out of scale at 1/32 scale. Sorry, that's not focusing very well. But if you build up laminations of paper, I think you can get pretty close.